Hello, welcome back. Last time I visited the central server, and also tried to get past Monad and got killed by her a whole lot. I'm not entirely sure what to do at this point. I have a few vague ideas, but none that seem like they're going to definitely lead me somewhere. One of the things I wanted to do that I didn't quite get around to doing, I just want to see what's in that area. I want to get past Monad and learn what's so interesting about the Miman area. She said something about a lack of exits. Right, that's already compiled. I want to see where she is. Negative 396, negative 43. Compared to negative 396, negative 43. Monad files, where are you? Okay, so she's 2 more than that, 7 more than that. So let me just use, let's try negative 390. So just based on what I know about the terrain in there, I'm going to try, if I put in the teleporter, going to set my position to internet. Negative 396. And then, so she was at negative 43. The floppy was at negative 50, so let's just go to negative 35. I'll be twice as far along on that axis as she is from the floppy. So I think that'll put me into a place that I can, that I'll be out of range of her and can get past somewhere. It might put me at a wall. I've had that happen before. Sebastian just sort of pops out to some place that's... No, she sees me. She moved. Okay, so right, you can't use the teleporter in a conversation. Apparently that was... I saw that in a changelog. Apparently you used to be able to teleport in the middle of a conversation and it could break stuff. But you can't do that anymore. Okay, so let's try... Negative 396 is probably fine. Let's try, like, negative 20. Go way far away. In fact, let's try, like, 0. The farther the better, kind of. But I want to be in that zone. So I can wander around and see what's going on. This is probably not the correct way to get past her, but I don't know what the correct way would be. I just kind of want to know what's going on here. So I want teleporting device. Internet. Negative 396, 0. What's that look like? Okay. Okay, I'm somewhere. Somewhere that's past her. But it doesn't look like... Okay, so she was serious about the lack of exits here, I think. I'll bet if I knew the coordinates, I could teleport to the heart in here. I mean, I could guess them, I could estimate, I could sort of extrapolate from some other position. Alright, so let's try... Let's see what happens. Alright, where is she currently? What are your coordinates? Negative 399, negative 32. Okay, so let's estimate this again. I want to get to the other side of her. So let's try 392 and negative 70. Okay, I'm over here now. The lack of exits is strange. Yeah, I don't think there's a way out of here. I can't walk there. It's a little hard to tell what's walkable and what's not. Like, why can't you walk on this blue stuff? I guess, okay, you can, a little bit, but that bridge is broken. Okay, so that goes nowhere. I could teleport across the gap, I guess. I mean, sure, why not? So there's nothing to see over here. There's just Monad and the floppy, and this weird thing. Floppy is still there. Okay, so let's teleport. So I am currently -399, -32. Oh, really? Okay. Wait, this is... Really? This is -32. Okay. How is... So if I try to go from here, that takes me this direction, right? I guess that's as far in this direction as I can go. It just pops me to here. I can't walk on any of this, is what it's telling me, I think? Because that put me at... -399, -32. Why -32? Oh, wait, what? -43? Yeah, that's going more negative. -396, -43. So it seems to sort of pop to the closest land to where I'm trying to teleport to. So if I would try, like, -392, -100. I'm going to be over there. Wait, now I'm here? What? Okay, well now I'm here. Somehow. Yeah, at least I can walk on stuff. This doesn't seem too useful. I'm getting corrupted as I'm in here. I don't think there's anything here. I don't think I'm really supposed to be in this spot. Well, okay, this may have been a waste of time. That's too bad. Yeah, nothing here. Alright, just non-traversable, uninteresting terrain. I mean, it looks interesting, but it doesn't do anything. What's this thing on the floor? That looks like it's something, but maybe it's nothing. Alright, well, just gonna load just in case. Okay, so nothing interesting past Monad there. She's just sitting there with the floppy in an empty zone. Okay. So maybe the next thing to do is to tail Dave to the factory, because I wanted to go to the factory, I wanted to tail Dave, he works there. Maybe I can do both at once, somehow, kinda. I also... I feel like I should talk to Elsa again, but haven't I tried that recently and she had nothing to say to me? Oh, wait, but I did want to go to her place, because I want to go to the finance server. This finance server is kind of interesting. There was a credit card by it. I don't think I ever checked that credit card's code. I don't think I ever checked any credit card's code until I looked at my own just recently and realized that it kind of gave me instructions for how to hack the finance server. So maybe that credit card had some interesting code in it. Yeah. It is pretty hard to get anywhere at this point in the game. I mean, at every point in the game it has been. Really, I guess what I should do is just wander to places I haven't been if I can find any. Because that's where the most interesting stuff is found. But where would that be at this point? I broke into those apartments. I looked all through hidden storage. Never really figured out what was up with Skirk. He was stealing Wellspring Soda. Seemed to be high on some kind of drugs or something. What's this door? Is this part of renting apartments? I think it might be. Oh, I was looking at Monad's coordinates. That's why. Okay, when I was drinking that earlier, I thought I was looking at Sebastian's coordinates. That's why the stuff in my teleporter didn't seem to line up. Desolate House Corridor. This is not renting apartments. Wait, there's a floppy. I didn't look at the floppy. Oh, this is different. I'm not sure I've been here. Okay. Elsa can wait. Finance server can wait. Oh, yeah. Urban's got to see this. Right. This is not... Little bit of code. I get drunk for no penny at all. Suavist. What? Sometimes these digital trash floppies make no sense. Now where am I? Between Desolate House and Resident House. Okay. Desolate House lobby. Okay. This is renting apartments. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been here before. Okay, that was what I thought it was. Can I use... This looks like an elevator, but it doesn't work. Alright, so it's just this place. Where was the... Yeah. Please do not throw that coffee into the trash again. I realized I was clicking awfully close to that trash can. Ah! Can I see, please? So the tram didn't really have much for me. I wonder if I would encounter Wallenstam again if I would ride it. I won't do that now. Was the tram that took me into the factory that one time separate from the normal tram line, I wonder? I could go to the place where Club Dot is and check. Well, no, it wasn't there. Where did I get on that thing? I'm not sure. 4 is what I wanted, actually. Just want to see if Elsa will say anything at all to me. I don't think she will, but I should try. Nope, nothing at all. That's too bad. So it's a little hard at this point to figure out where I have and have not been. Because I feel like I've been to most of the places, but then just in random spots I keep finding doors I have not opened. Okay, so I'm pretty sure... Hi, Dorian. Pretty sure the finance server... Stop that. Was... Stop that. Was one of the destinations of one of these things. Finance computer. Ministry offices, right. Okay. Okay, so that goes to a bunch of Plaza Circuit Locker. Good to know. Alright, so I'm over here now. Why is it interesting to be over here? There's a credit card. Get name of card owner. Okay, so that will just... It's just whoever happens to be owning it, holding it. So this is the same as my credit card, right? Yeah, looks like the exact same code. Okay. So nothing really interesting about that. I don't need a second one for anything. Hey, that's a hard drive. Aha! I knew there had to be something here. So I don't really need that in my hand or anything, because I can just connect to it from anywhere. But I have it now. Stay away, crackers and cipher kids. Look up people. Enter name of person. Balance. Changing balance for... Oh, okay. So when I'm here, I can just... Well, no, hang on. Look up people as main entry point. Enter name of person. Load memory. Oh, this just stores it in memory. I see. Got it. Okay. So last time I was here, I tried to figure out who had how much money. Pixie has that much. That's Morgan's name as far as this is... Isn't that Morgan's name? Wellspring Representative. I'm pretty sure that's... I guess he just doesn't have any money in this system. Julian has no money in this system. That's honestly not too surprising. Monad has all the money. I could change her balance. I wonder if she would notice. I like how these people, most of them, seem to have an amount of money that kind of makes sense for who they are. George talks about money sometimes. Just... Does he ever spend it? He goes to the casino. Okay, yeah, so now I'm trying to think if there's anything interesting I can do with messing with somebody's amount of money. Who else would I like to know about? I'm going to look at my list of names that I have stored away somewhere. Alright, so from my list of names, here are a few that stuck out as interesting. Roby has no money. Babcha has some money. Petra has some money. Hank, a little bit. Felix, not in this system. Boer's not in this system, weirdly enough. Bob is not. Then how did he pay me for the soda that one time? Urban has no money, unsurprisingly. Typers don't have money, huh? Wait, Typer 2 has negative 60. Huh? So only Typer 2 has money and has a negative amount. That's interesting. Elsa has a bunch of money, actually. Huh. She lives in a poor, desolate building, but is not that poor. Ooh, Zara has a negative balance. Huh. That's also interesting. Albert and Ivan don't exist. Wallenstam doesn't exist. Skirk has none. Playwife has none, unsurprisingly. And the police have no money. No funding for them. Okay, so a few people have negative balances. I don't feel like I really learned much that was useful, but it was interesting. Okay, so I got a hard drive. Let's crack that open. Yeah, I don't care anymore. Teleporter. Only way out of here is by... Okay, so is this... Okay, so this pile of stuff is all just one single computer. There isn't like... It looks like a whole pile of different computers, but they're all the same one. Sebastian's getting tired. That's fine. Have I ever stayed up so long that I just fall over out of exhaustion? I'll bet that's a thing that happens. I don't think I've seen it happen, though. Only like when he drank the grog that one time. Okay, so snooped on people, learned a few things. Why am I here? I had some business at the hotel. I can sleep, sure. Oh, right, hard drive. Hard drive. Does Hank have anything to say to me? Nope. Does Bobja have anything to say to me? I'm listening. You lock the doors here at night, right? No, never. They're open all hours. Would you kindly lock them, please? Guests are free to come and go at any time. Outstanding quality of service. Never mind, nothing. Okay. Oh, and then I can do that again. Uh-huh. Alright, let's read this hard drive. What's it called? Finance computer hard drive. Okay. Oh, I should go back to the central server while I'm here. Apparently there maybe is... Whoa! Oh. Oh, that's where the stuff is stored. Okay. Hey, blank string has $2. Amanda has negative. Nini, Kafka, Hank, Asafib, Jorgen, Mats, Zara. Dorian has just a little bit. Okay. Well... There's information, but what can I do with that? I could tell the finance server to drain somebody's money or to give them more. But why would I? Who would notice? Let me look at that list again. I'll just leave hard drives here. Show me that one more time. Huh. It doesn't print the full list. Why is there an empty string as a key? That's weird. George. George would maybe notice. He was talking about money. Monad might notice. Though she just sits there on the internet doing nothing these days. Dave, maybe. So George, Monad, and Dave are probably my top candidates for messing with their bank accounts. Zara is interesting, but probably not relevant. Mats and Jorgen are factory workers. The rest of these I don't really care about so much. Okay. Alright, I know you're sleepy, Sebastian, but you need to go visit the central server real quick, because there's a thing I want to do there. So apparently I wasn't using the image viewer program correctly. If I do this, insert the floppy, and then press a key, it actually displays it. Oh, it's a heart. How appropriate. Okay. Well, I'm glad I bothered to do that. Alright. Sure, I guess I can sleep in case, like, the game is going to give me a hint with a dream or something. I wonder what I do with the frying pan I got there. What could I do with a frying pan? It had some APIs, but I wasn't sure how to use them. Oh, and it had a use command, didn't it? Yeah, use. But use, it doesn't do anything when I click it. What does it mean to use a frying... I mean, it means to put it on a stove, right? Or to hit somebody with it, or... Those are the only two things I can think to do with a frying pan. Either cook with it, or enact violence. Or go to sleep with it in your hand, and use it as a pillow. No dreams, looks like. I wonder if those little pauses periodically are when it's simulating something happening in the world that takes just a little bit more computational power than other times. Because I do have the impression that it fully simulates everybody's actions all the time in this world. I believe I'm on day 20 now. I don't think the day number affects anything. It just sort of keeps track of how long I've been doing stuff. So if I take this frying pan to a stove, could I use it? What were its APIs again? Trippy. Fast forward, turn left, turn right. Berend is here, Boer is here. Oh, Mikhail is the, he's that guy, okay. I didn't know. Siri's not here. Where's your stove? That's a stove. Use frying pan on stove. I see, I've tried that. It just cooks the frying pan. Yeah. There's a disk in here. Diener floppy. What? Oh, recipes. Recipes. I don't think I've ever looked at this before. Okay. It wasn't very informative. What do I do? I'm not sure. So factory. Factory is a place I can go that might have some information at it. Might have a Dave at it. So where is Dave at 9 a.m.? Factory office. If I go there, though, he's just going to kick me out. He'll have Jorgen tase me or something and drag me out of there. Because that's what happened last time I got caught in there. I mean, I'll walk over in that direction at least. So the last thing I heard... Mats is there. Last thing I heard from... I'll just follow him. He knows the way, probably. Last thing I heard from anybody at the lodge. Julian said, the ministry has caused quite a scandal by killing Ivan. I put Frank and Iraqi on it. We need to know more about what's happening in their corridors. I went there. I learned some stuff. It wasn't all that interesting. Frank and Iraqi are not doing anything. They're just sitting at their computers and typing all day. As far as I've been able to tell. Julian wanted maybe more dirt on Mayor Longson, but there isn't really more to dig up that I could find. Is the factory this way? Probably. Yeah, that's the way. Wait, have I talked to Mats? Oh yeah, he was the one who was in a bad mood, right? Maybe. So I've added myself to the security computer in the factory, so I should be able to just walk in. I don't know the exact parameters of getting caught there, where I can get caught, and where it would be okay for me to be. I wonder what would happen if I would... So he's going to walk through the barrier, right? I wonder what would happen... What are you doing, Sebastian? That was weird. Can't enter... I wonder what would happen if I deauthorized him. Boy, he sure was working hard. He's going out for a smoke break now, I think. I'm going to save just in case I get caught and something terrible happens. Not going to spend too much time in there today, apparently. Let's just see what if I go and talk to Dave in his office. He'll just kick me out, right? I've been here and done all this. That was the server room. There was a password. I entered the password. Added myself to the... Yeah, okay. Who are you? What are you doing in here? Can I daze him? I've had this happen before. Use. Use it on him. Use just presses the button. There's Jurgen, probably. Where am I? This was where I was supposed to start working today, right? I must have gotten lost. Silly me. Gotta run. Goodbye. Jurgen had visitors. Contact the police. Not for now. Monad warned me. Talk to my lawyer. You let me go. Not involving the police. No. I got in by myself. Walked in through the gate, but the gate is locked. I mean, I modified the gate. Anything else you want to know? Do you know Julian? What if I blew the lodge's cover here? The boss? Heck yeah, he's cool. That would be all. Okay. I mean, he's already assuming that that's the information he'll get. It doesn't really matter what I say here as far as I can tell. So what if I walk right back in? Where does Jurgen take me exactly? He takes me just outside. Yeah, okay, so what if I walk right back in? Did they take the time to modify the server? Will that conversation play out the same? Will they involve the police this time? Will Dave just kill me, maybe? I think only Monad can do that. Will he summon Monad to kill me? Okay, so you're Glenn. That's Matt's. Hello there. I'm not interested. Do you know how to tell the difference between a beaver and a Norwegian? Man, gotta go a-walking. Relax, I guess we don't get to hear the punchline. What? What was any of that conversation? Have you heard my radio channel? It's called number 7. Pirate wavelengths, man. Pretty underground. Okay. Number 7. Yeah, so I can tune a radio to channel 7. I did that once. And I'll do it next time I see a radio, just to hear it, whatever it is. It wasn't very interesting then, just some different music, I think. So if I go back in here, there's Dave again, and he doesn't care about me being here. That's weird. He doesn't talk to me. Okay, that I didn't expect. So I don't get thrown out a second time. So can I just freely walk around the factory now? That's weird. Okay. Alright, well if Dave doesn't care, then that's fine, I guess. He didn't look like he was doing anything super interesting. Nobody changed my security clearance, so I still have free reign here. I don't know what I'm really going to find in here, though. I can try... One thing I know I can do... I can try using the refining program again and see if I can get something other than a screwdriver. Yeah. Okay, so there's some goods. Because, like, there was an input something, and the output was a screwdriver, and there were different ways to refine it, different quality that might give different materials or something. Wait. There's Jurgen, there's Mats, okay, yeah. Jurgen doesn't care about me, Mats doesn't care about me. So get caught once, and then I just get to wander around here all I want, I guess. Okay, well, okay, so yeah, that's a different goods. They're not hackable, but those were clearly of different quality. Like, this one was shaped differently. I guess I have to put it in the thing to see what its quality is. Okay, well, next time I guess I'll play with the goods and see if I can figure out what they're about, how to refine them, what they can make. that shouldn't be too hard to figure out. It's just like different levels of refinement, and then put them in the big machine and they turn into a screwdriver or a modifier or something like that, I guess, maybe. I don't feel like that's going to get me any closer to my goal, but at least it's something to do. Yeah, at some point I'm probably going to have to start looking at some hints or something, unless I can figure out a way to move the story forward, because this is kind of... nothing that I try seems to be getting me anywhere. Anyway, next time, goods, refinement, stuff like that. See you then.